Hi there. Welcome to Wake Up and Live with the Arts. I'm Sue Johnson, your host, and today we are chatting with the new development director at Rainey Institute, where we are shooting our video thanks to Jen Harris, who is the executive director. And Rainey has been sponsoring and supporting us for several seasons with our Wake Up and Live with the Arts show, for which we're highly appreciative. And we are highly appreciative to meet the new development director today, Brandon Lipford, how long have you been here?
Since October of 2019, so is that about 3 or 4 months?
Oh, so you are still a rookie.
I am,
Kinda.
yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
To Rainey, yes.
And where did you come from?
So for a couple of years before I got here, I was actually working on a nonprofit that I had begun in the sacred arts.
Okay.
So similar in mission, but very ministry focused. And then prior to that, I served as a program manager for an organization called Center for Arts Inspired Learning,
Okay.
where I managed a program called Artworks.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
And since you've been here, what have you learned about Rainey and your development efforts?
Yes. So, well, one of the things that's striking that you learn really as you come right into development is how many people are supportive of Rainey and love Rainey and are so committed. In the nonprofit world, for many organizations, there is not that overwhelming support. You know, it's really a struggle to really try to build that reputation and that legacy and for people to believe in what you're doing. Whereas in Rainey, you have so many people who have so much history and connection and believe in what Rainey does and care so deeply about the mission that you do have a lot of support. And then it also makes it a little bit more easy to tell the story, you know, to some of those larger foundations and bigger donors, because there is so much public buy-in already to the mission and what is the work that's done here.
And Rainey is quite an ancient institution.
Sure, right.
It's 103 or 4 years old now.
Correct, yes.
It's been running.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly that history is long and successful. And what do you do to help keep Rainey successful and in part of Cleveland history with your development efforts?
Sure. So development is really, to put it very basically, about continuing to tell the story of the mission and the work that's done here at Rainey. Like you said, there are many people who are familiar with what Rainey does, what Rainey is about, and are supportive and have already bought in to that idea. And it's helpful to have that. But the world is changing constantly, and so there are new people that take over positions at older foundations, right, who maybe are not as familiar. Mm-hmm. And so you have to continue to tell the story and tell them about how critical and important it is for Rainey to be a part of this community, and why the support of Rainey is so critical to so many children's lives and families' lives and this neighborhood and our community at large. So the development office is really about making sure that story is told in the most compelling way, that we really represent the value that Rainey brings to the community and why that value is invaluable, so to speak. And then to continue to look for new opportunities to engage people who maybe have not been engaged in the past in supporting Rainey. And so we're constantly sort of reaching out to make those connections.
And supporting Rainey includes fundraising.
Absolutely.
What are some of the things that you have started doing or will be doing to generate some fundraising activities here for Rainey?
So in nonprofit development, there are two primary ways that we raise funds. There are foundations that are organizations that have money from various sources, but have money to support nonprofit work or work that benefits the community. And part of our ongoing work in development is to write requests for those funds through grants.
Yes.
So we write grants, and generally what is involved in that is talking about our programs, the work that we do, the impact that we make, the people that we serve, and trying to make connections with those foundations who also care about those same people, mission, because everyone is not supporting the same thing. There are some foundations who support the arts and care much about education of young people, and then there are other foundations who that's not their focus. So we have to make the right connections and make sure that we're reaching out to the people who also share the same values. And then the second component are individuals. So people who, in their own capacity, or their own resources, want to give to nonprofit organizations like Rainey and others that do work in the community, and then making connections. So whether it's cultivating personal relationships by meeting people and networking at different events, and courting people, bringing them into our facility for a tour to see what's happening here, and cultivating relationships that can then be leveraged in the future for financial support.
Because the individual donors are key components
Absolutely.
of fundraising efforts.
Sure.
Now, if somebody wants to support Rainey, how will they get in touch with you to let you know?
Great. So there's a number of different ways. First of all, you can just call. You can reach out to our office directly and let me know that you would like to make a donation, or you would like to learn more, or come and see the facility and come see the programs, and we'd be glad to welcome you in for a tour. You can also give on our website. So our website, you can give directly there through your credit card and make a donation there online. A lot of people now are giving online, especially younger people are giving online and want to be able to do things electronically. You can send in a gift to Rainey. You can donate equipment or instruments to Rainey. We do accept
what we call in-kind.
Correct.
Yes.
In-kind donations that are not financial per se, but we can use them. There are also opportunities to volunteer here at Rainey, which will be more fleshed out as we move into the furtherance of the new year, but that's another way to support Rainey. And then you can also just talk to people about Rainey Institute and share with them our story. It's great to have people who are not officially associated with the organization, but still talk about it, and it can reach people that we're not reaching yet, and let them know what Rainey's all about, and then continue to support and give and help us out.
And being a nonprofit institution, that's very important. And to reach Rainey, to reach Jennifer Harris, to reach
Brandon.
now how could
That's okay.
Does that ever happen
I'm
to
Brandon.
you?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. Yep.
It's like my sister's name.
Right.
Brandon Lipford, the new development director.
Yes.
You can go to RaineyInstitute.com for the website.
.org. Yep.
Yes. And you can go to call in at 216-881-1766. And as we always say, if you cannot get to the person or institution, our guest, directly, you can always contact us at Wake Up and Live's Actor Studio, and our email is wakeupandlives with an S at gmail.com, and we will make sure that the message gets through to the key folk here at Rainey Institute. So we're running out of camera tape, I understand,
All
and
right.
time,
Not a
but
problem.
we'll have you back as you develop new programs,
Yes.
and
Yep.
we're happy to meet you, and welcome to the staff.
Thank you so much. I
at
appreciate
Rainey, and have a lot of fun. And if you got any extra money, Wake Up and Live's Actor Studio is an official 501c3.
Beautiful. Okay.
And we, like Rainey, are grateful because Cuyahoga Arts and County
Sure.
has
Support you.
supported
Very
us
good.
and supported Rainey.
Wonderful.
So we will be bringing you a project called Miracles, Magic, and Makeovers. Stay tuned. You'll learn more about that
Excellent.
as time goes by.
Excellent.
And now it's time to say so long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, and be sure to wake up and live with the arts every day.